ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה. ואחוותך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
With an unending love, you have loved the house of Israel, your people. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. We praise you, Adonai, who loves your people, Israel. Page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם emet. Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה
Hashkivenu is on page 43.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred. Shield us from sorrow and pain. Sorrow and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamideinu shomreinu
Shamro, page 44.
V'shamru enei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam Berit olam Beini ubein bnei Yisrael Oti le'olam Ki sheshet yamin asa Adonai Et hashamayim ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת שבת וינפש שבת שבת וינפש שבת שבת וינפש
rise for the tefillah, if you are able. Page 46 is where we begin. Adonai, sebatachitachu fi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Kohen HaKol, Ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot Imot, U'Mevin Geulah Lifneihem, Le'man Shemo ve'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Me'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah V'Hoshia, Mashir HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Ramim, Somech Nofim B'Ofech Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato, L'Shenei Afar, Michamocha B'Geburot, U'Midol Melech, Melech Memit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman Atah Chayot HaOl, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol, Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kodesh B'Kol Yom Yhalelu Asera, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, holy God. You may be seated as we take a moment to pray the words of our own hearts, or perhaps no words at all. Page 60.
Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Ata Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Ki Ata Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Tasim leolam, Tasim leolam, Tasim leolam.
I'm going to read for you in the English of Genesis 28, verses 10 through 16. As we read tomorrow morning, Jacob set out from Beersheba, heading toward Haran. He came upon a certain place, and since the sun had set, he spent the night there. He took one of the stones from the place, put it under his head, and lay down there in that place. He dreamed, and behold, a ladder standing on earth, its top reaching the heavens. And behold, messengers of God going up and going down on it. And behold, God is standing on it and says, I am Adonai, the God of Abraham your father, the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your progeny. Your descendants shall be as the dust of the earth, and you shall spread to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. And all the families of the earth shall bless themselves through your descendants. And behold, I am with you, and I will take care of you wherever you go. And I will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done as I have spoken. And Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, surely God was in this place, and I did not know. After Noah's Ark, creation, the binding of Isaac, and the Ten Commandments, this is probably one of the most painted and poetically referenced stories in the Hebrew Bible. Maybe Jonah. But it's up there. In fact, if you want to join us on Sunday morning at a little bit after 10, I'm going to be teaching Parsha and painting and poetry. And so we will literally look at lots of paintings of Jacob's ladder. And did you know Springsteen had a song about Jacob's ladder? I did not know this. I grew up in New Jersey. I'm from Jersey. So the fact that I did not know that Bruce Springsteen has a song about Jacob's ladder is like, I should be ashamed of myself. So if you want to listen to some Springsteen on Sunday morning, or go Google it when you get home later. But it's certainly a very, very popular story. As usual, the secret is in the Hebrew. Achein yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh v'anochi lo yadati. Achein. Achein is the behold part, which doesn't really mean behold, but we don't have a good word in English to say like, ah. Achein yesh Adonai b'makom. God was here in this place. This place has God. V'anochi, and I, lo yadati, I did not know. Now, if you've ever studied a Semitic language, you will know that that repetition makes no sense. You will usually find this verse translated as, and I didn't know. But that's not what it says. It doesn't say, and I didn't know. It says, and I did not know. The anochi is completely repetitive, because in Semitic languages, your first person singular pronoun, or really any of those pronouns, are in the past tense verbs and in the future tense verbs. And we know from our tradition that there's no little dot in the Torah that isn't there for a reason. And here's an entire word which is 5 letters long, which is long for Hebrew. For Hebrew, 5 letters is like, we've got 5 extra letters that we don't need here. So why is that? And so, of course, the commentators all have a different answer for why this is. In fact, many books have been written about it. This one's my favorite. It's called, fittingly, God was in this place and I did not know. It's by Larry Kushner, beloved teacher of mine And so it is that Rashi says that it's the eye of awareness, the eye that wasn't paying attention, the eye that needs to go to sleep and to wake up to discover what's been there all along. And the Kotzker Rebbe says it's the eye of ego. As the Kotzker tells us, where is God wherever you let God in? Some would say that ego stands for edging God out. Ego. The Kotzker did not make that up. That's 20th century, but I think the Kotzker Rebbe would like that. And we all on down the list of all the different poems and paintings and Springsteen songs and different interpretations of this story. Our tradition tells us that each person has a Torah unique to that person. Some seem to know their Torahs very early in life, some much older. Some Torahs are long, some very short. Some Torahs have no words and can only be spoken through gesture or example. And sometimes the person doesn't even know what their Torah is or that they have a Torah at all. But tradition tells us that before our days come to an end, that our unique personal Torah is shared. In the Torah blessings that we say, that we'll recite tomorrow morning when we read this Torah portion, and that Madeline, you get to practice 12 years from now. I'll try not to stress her out too much about it just yet. We'll give you 11 years before we put you into a panic attack, okay? In the Torah blessing, it says, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam noten haTorah, present tense. God gives us the Torah in the present tense, not in the past. And indeed, perhaps this is related to a midrash that tells us that Jacob's ladder happens at Sinai, because the gematria, the numbers of the letters for sulam, ladder, are the same as the numbers of the letters of Sinai. And so this ladder is Jacob's personal Torah. The Apter Rebbe offers an interpretation of why God gives Torah in the present, and he writes, each Jew must consider each and every moment as the one at which he is standing at Mount Sinai to receive the Torah. For people are subject to past and future, but with respect to the Holy One, there is no such distinction. And so each and every day, God is giving the Torah to God's people. If God is beyond time, then Torah is timeless. It never changes, but we change. And so it is that each of us brings something new to each moment. Heschel calls Torah not a document sealed and finished. It is a book alive, a book that goes on and extends into the present, always being written, always disclosing and unfolding. So what is your Torah? What is your I? Might it come to you in a dream or be delivered by a human messenger? Will you find it when you're running away from home or when you come back home? We each have our own letter in the Torah. And we each have our own guardian angel. The tradition also tells us our own messenger going up and down our own ladder, always with us. The meaning of life, perhaps, is to find your Torah, my Torah, for each of us, to find that Torah that is uniquely ours. And that is a blessing which truly lasts and perhaps takes a lifetime. For some people, their Torah is a Torah of healing. And so we turn our thoughts to those who are in need of a refuah shlema mahera, full and speedy recovery, those in need of healing of body and mind and spirit. And in this week, in our congregation, We pray for healing for Jack Bine, Corinne Belford, Lauren Belts, Deborah Birch, Obadiah Booker, Sheila Boniface, Anita Call, the Cuomo family, Sandy Crawfus, Ben Cooker, Rona Cooker, Beverly Curie, John Dietz, Zoe Gertie, Bob Grossman, Jonathan Grossman, Jennifer Hall, Elaine Heightfield, Mary Hennigan, Sylvie and Jack Hooker, Jim Hochberg, Marty Ingram, Pele Jankovic, Jubilee Jones, Lenny Kleiner, Janet Kravitz, Skylar Coons, Joan Lieb, Barbara Bernstein Litvak, Zila Gershon Ben Hanoch Lieb HaKohen, Rona McGillis, Grayson Malkin, Eva Minichi, Vincent Minichi, Mark and Angie Martin, Susan McLean, Ginny Meyer, Eleanor Mescow, Eileen Ness, Leslie Lisnett Pete, Leslie Payne, Deb Peltier, Yehudit Bas Razel, Cecil Ben Razel, Meryl Rowe, Joanne Reich, Phil Ryan, Evelyn Roos, David Rosenberg, Michael Shear, Lauren Sherman, Louis Simon, Barry Simon, Sarah Singerman, Jason Snyder, Charlie Spector, Mahaya Stoneman, Ariel Strauss, Jim Tanner, and Lou Ukelson. Is there anyone who would like to pray for someone whose name I have not read? We remember all those whose names we have said and all those whose names remain in our hearts. Our Mishaberach prayer for healing is on page 253.
Of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Please rise if you are able for the Aleinu on page 282 and then continuing on 287. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'ateit g'dula le'otzeh b'reishit shelo asanu k'goyei ha'arasot v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo samcha k'hai v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam v'aנחנו korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai v'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Please be seated. I'll share with you a poem. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on in your eyes and not your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. This week, we remember the yahrzeit, the anniversary of passing of Julia Koppel, mother of Maxine Bookbinder. We remember Irving Bachman, father of Robert Bachman and grandfather of Marta Hyland. We remember Gerald Charkins, father-in-law of Ed Freeman, and Bernie Berg, father of Barbara Levy, mother, and Rita Glazer, mother of Joanne Glazer, mother-in-law of Robert Larson. Sylvia Levinson, mother of Nancy Feiner. Cindy Robertson, cousin of Michael Jordan. Norman Fair, father of Fred L. Fairman. Howard Kastner is remembered by Phil Fisher. We remember Sam Kravitz, father of Michael Kravitz, and Bill Ziegler, father of Thomas Ziegler. Richard Thresher, the father of Sheila Boniface. Fran Barash, sister-in-law of Richard Barash. Henry Feister, stepfather of Don Mathis. Judy Avner, mother of Stephanie Beck. We remember Jacob Silberman, grandfather of Laurie Rosenbaum and father-in-law of Sandra Silberman. Jane Peterman, mother of Marcy Molander. Jeanette Rand, mother of Jean Rosen. Bertha Charkins, mother-in-law of Ed Freeman. And Ruby Setzer, grandmother of Kenneth Setzer. Is anyone here to say Kaddish for a loved one whose name I have not read? If it is your custom to rise for mourner's Kaddish, you may do so now. Kaddish can be found on page 294. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayichon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, Bagala v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemed kudsha brichu. Ve'la min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran v'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Shalom Aleinu. Ose Shalom Mimromav. Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
May the one